instead of going, oh, maybe am I tired? Do I need water? Am I stressed? We take a painkiller. Small examples, but the body is always speaking to us in some way, shape, or form. And I think we're just so busy and so distracted. We maybe aren't quiet enough or sitting in stillness enough to listen. And, our body is our home, our temple. If we don't listen to it, love it, look after it, where are we going to live? And so part of that process is looking at my personal practice and thinking how much it's helped me along the way. And I thought, I really would love to share this with people because I know that I'm a very different person to who I was 15 years ago. And part of that has been because of the meditation, because of the yoga, because of the breath work. And I think an introduction to meditation is a great way to start, because sometimes if you've never done it before, it's super overwhelming, right? I don't know, the first time you decide, okay, I want to get fit. You decide to join a gym. It's like, whoa. You walk in, there's people, there's machines, there's classes, there's so much, which is great because there's so many options for you. But it's the same with meditation, and it can be overwhelming when you start. It's like, and people have an idea, okay, it's like you don't go to the gym once and you get buff, right? And you see lots of things on social media. It's the same with meditation. It's like, I have to sit in peace for an hour. I can't think of anything. It's like, actually, you know what? Yoga's not really for me. Meditation's not for me. But the beauty is that meditation is for everyone. You can be sitting. You can be lying down. You can have a run. You can surf. Oh, sorry, I got distracted because of that. Sorry, so I was talking about exercise. I was thinking about how you can exercise different ways. Distractions. So you can walk on the beach, feel your feet on the sand, feel your feet in the grass, sitting, having that morning coffee or cold glass of water or whatever it is, listening to music, lots of kinds of music, mantras, guided, manifestations, all the things. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be sitting still, not moving, finding peace. There is a sense of focusing on a stillness, focusing on one thing in order to take yourself out of the 60 to 70,000 thoughts we have a day. Focus on the breath. Focus on the sounds around you. Even if it's multiple sounds, that focus in itself is a kind of meditation. So I wanted to, offer that up and show you that we can do a grounding exercise, we can do an activation exercise, and we'll do a little bit of breathing as well, because breathwork is a part of meditation. You'll do a full breathwork workshop separately with Marcel, but there is breathwork involved in meditation. So that said, for those of you that's done meditation, what is meditation for you?
Just shutting off the brain. It's the hardest part, right? So just focusing on calming the million thoughts that
What about you?
It's like bringing a sense of awareness with no judgment. So sitting, and something I love to do is pay attention to my breath or the sounds like you mentioned, and then if I lose train of thought, not to judge it, just bring myself back in.
Lovely, yeah. Anyone else?
My favorite part is at the end when I realize I'm not pinching my cheeks or my shoulders or trying, I realize my whole body gives in, and that is a good feeling when I really relax all the muscles that I don't know why I'm acting.
Yeah, like the softening. We hold, the body holds so much, and sometimes we don't even realize we're holding. You're holding your shoulder or your jaw, holding your jaw. I'll talk to you guys a bit more about this another time, but the fascia in the jaw is directly connected to your glutes. So if you have tight glutes, you're probably doing this a lot. I'll tell you about that another time. That's a whole yeah. That's actually really funny. Oh, I love that. All right, so so we're going to start off doing a little grounding exercise. There's lots of ways that you can find what's right for you. There's lying down and sitting. I love senses, opening up the senses. And today we're going to use a bit of smell as part of that. You want to put it on your wrists, rub it. We tend to avoid, it's essential oil lavender if anyone has any things, but it's super clean. You can actually put this in a drink and drink it. So I'll ask you to do that and pass it around. And it's just Lavender is like super calming and relaxing. If you ever have trouble sleeping, put a couple drops of lavender on your pillow. It has a really calming effect. So if you have anxiety, you know, maybe you've got a game coming up the next day and you're just a bit restless in your mind, it's really great. And this is what we're going to do today. We're going to do a grounding exercise for that time when you have like a lot going on in here, and no matter what you do, you're like, you cannot see the wood through the trees. This grounding exercise is great just to literally, we're going to take you out of your mind and out into the surroundings and then bring you back into the body. Okay? I think this is going to fall over. Just going to ask you to move in case it goes clank, clank, clank. And, you know, there's always going to be sounds, sensations, distractions. So, yeah, it's life, right? So when everyone's ready, we're going to sit on the bolsters for this. So just to mention, it's a super, super simple trick, but it really helps. If you want to practice sitting meditations, my version of a comfortable seat is with my legs crossed. This isn't comfortable for everyone. If you have tight knees, tight hips, maybe you want to sit with your legs extended a bit. One thing I will mention, we have a natural curve in the spine. Natural, normal. When we meditate, we really want to elongate the spine to allow the energy to flow. But if we sit up like this, we're engaging, right? Like what Sean was saying, we want to soften. So if you sit on a bolster, you raise your hips slightly higher than your knees. If you have tight hips, you're welcome to grab another one. We've got extras, and I would advise that you do that so that you're not like uncomfortable and twitching, whatever. Obviously, if you're the kind of person who prefers a chair, you could do a chair. So we sit comfortably. This is my version. Just something about the hands that I like to talk about. So you see the yogis, all this stuff, mudras, you don't need to worry about it. What I will say, receiving gesture, grounding gesture. You can place your hands now however you like. It's nice if you feel like maybe you have a question to ask, you want some guidance, or maybe you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. You can even place your hands on your heart. You connect to your body physically. You feel it. It's tangible. Okay. We have eye masks here. I always invite people to put them on because although we're closing our eyes, you know, the skin of our eyelids isn't a lot. And, well, you'll notice when you take it off actually how bright it really is. So I advise you to put the eye mask on. It just allows you to sort of close your eyes down, you know. I think it takes away sort of a sense of insecurity. It's about, like, you know, this kind of, what do you call it, like this invisible performance that we're doing. Like, you know, no one's watching anyone right now, so it kind of shuts that intention or that insinuation down. So get yourself comfortable, place your hands however you feel. See if you can soften your shoulders. Ground your sit bones down. Take a nice deep breath in. Out the mouth, let it go. I want you to relax your jaw, side out, like you come home from a long day of work, excuse me, you go sit on that couch, and you relax your jaw as you exhale. Just notice how you're breathing. Lengthening and deepening your breath. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Slight pause. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing at this long rhythmic pace. Perhaps you find that maybe that count was too long or maybe even too short for you. So it's important not to feel overwhelmed or a sense of urgency to meet a deadline of a count, the sensation is in finding the rhythm of your breath, having balance in the inhale, having balance in the exhale. Like waves washing in and out of the shore, and in and out. Following the breath in through the nose, noticing the temperature, the texture, breathing deep into the diaphragm, softening your shoulders as you exhale. I want you to take your mind's eye, your internal gaze, out as far as you possibly can, all the way off into the distance. Maybe you can hear sounds of nature, cars on the road or bikes. Focus on the space. Stay as far away as you can. And if the mind wanders, just keep bringing it back with your breath. Start to bring your attention closer. Slowly, slowly closer. Notice the sounds around the shala. Sounds of the insects, wind in the trees. Coming closer still. Focus on the space around your body, just an inch or so. Feel around your body. What does it feel like? What can you sense? Breathe deep. Always coming back to the breath. The breath is our inner life force. It's connecting our inner and our outer worlds. Make contact with your skin now, through your mind's eye. Scan your body. What sensations can you pick up on as you breathe into the sensation, without attachment, without a story behind it? Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, Breathing out. Taking your attention all the way to the crown of your head now. Just above the crown of your head. Stay present in this space. Now I want you to imagine a golden light just above your head. That golden light starts to spread and connect to your head, moving past your skull like a golden thread while the light stays at your head, moving down the body, down the spine, slowly, slowly spreading all the way to your heart. Allow the light to stop at your heart. Feeling that connection from the mind to the heart. Now I want you to invite into your heart something, someone, an experience, something that brings you joy, a moment in time, a person you're so grateful for, a loved one. Be in that moment. Feel that love, feel that joy. I'm so grateful for this thing, this person, this place. Maybe it even brings a smile to your face. That time you were a kid at Christmas and you got that favorite toy and you were so happy. When you hadn't seen that loved one for a period of time, you embraced them. Feel that hug, feel that sensation, feel that love, that gratitude. Not just think it. And then allow that feeling to start to spread through you. Feel that expansiveness of that elevated emotion. And breathe with that. And as you breathe in, let that light expand. Let that sensation expand. Ah, so much love, so much abundance. All the way down to your fingers, your toes. And stay with that in this moment. Allow that elevated emotion to sit with you. Stay with that sensation. long, deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. When you're ready, remove your eye masks. Open up your eyes. Come back. So, that was a kind of 2-in-1 meditation. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So, we started off with a grounding exercise, which is, as I said, really great for when you've got so much going on and it's like, oh, I just cannot think straight, which happens all the time, right? Take yourself out of your head, just go as far as possible. Focus on the space. You'll literally get out of your head. And then you take time over that and just gradually draw yourself closer and closer in. And then you can scan your body. Now you can scan it outside, you can scan the inside. You focus on the space and you notice, apart from, if you might notice a sensation or a pain or maybe even an emotion which happens, we don't need to create a narrative around it. Just go, okay, you notice it and you move past it. Then we moved into what I call a heart-mind coherence meditation. So heart-mind coherence meditation is essentially another way to get us out of our mind. So we have, our heads are our electric center and our hearts are our magnetic center. We want to create that electromagnetic connection between the two. And when we're leading with emotion, we can be overwhelmed by things and maybe we're making decisions based on that emotional overwhelm. And then we're in our head and just thinking, and we're not connecting the two. It's like we're kind of like over-processing. It's important to start to listen to our instinct as well, They say actually that, when you're overthinking all the time about a situation, it's because you actually know the truth. You're not listening to your gut. You actually know the truth, but you're trying to recalibrate it in some way in your mind. So when we connect the two, we create this synergy, this symbiosis, this symphony where the orchestra of your body and your mind start to harmonize and the conductor starts to guide, right? And you're finding this rhythm and you breathe with the rhythm of your breath and you find a state of calm where you can then make decisions from a frequency. I don't want to say rational because that sounds like logical, but from a centered place. And what you do is you invite in an elevated emotion like joy or love. And it's not about thinking about that thing. Oh, like, I remember that time I was really happy when I scored that goal. It's like, oh, I remember that feeling, like, oh, that feeling when I did, like, oh, feel it. Remember when I gave my mom that hug and I hadn't seen her in so long? Oh, that love. Gratitude for that friend I had who was with me at that difficult time. Feel that emotion. Enough to what happens when you randomly sit and smile? Everybody just smile now. Right? And you feel it straight away. So if you maybe even challenge to get to that sensation, smile. Your body automatically responds. And that is the elevated moment. When you're really happy, you feel that expansion. So when you're down, you feel a bit more introverted, but the energy shuts down. When you feel happy, oh my God, it's so nice to see you. Wow, feel it. So, and then allow that to spread and sit and breathe with it. And that meditation, that's actually 2 together. That can be 2 minutes. It can be 2 hours. And so meditation can be accessible. And so that's a little snippet of the first bit. Anyone have any questions about that? Or anything you want to tell me, share? No, we're not a sharing group. I'm going to make Cade share everything. All right, so what I want to do is I want to do some breath work with you guys. It's going to be little snippets of breath work because I just think it's super important. What I'm going to do, so the thing with breath work is, it helps us regulate our nervous system. Now, most people think of that as just tapping into our parasympathetic, coming into a rest and restore mode instead of our fight or flight, which is completely true. When we are having something anxious happening to us, what happens? Right? When we get a fright. And when we relax, the breath is this beautiful mirror of whatever's going on here and here. It is absolute magic. It's the first thing we do when we're born. It's the last thing we do when we die. It's our breath of life. And it can I don't use like the word control. It can regulate us in so many different ways. Once we become aware of it, and that's why we do things like meditation, to become aware of how we're responding, how we're being in ourselves, and then therefore how we can let that out and treat the rest of the world, right? Meditation brings us into a state of right here, right now, where we can start to be mindful of what's going on here, and then realize that we're not our thoughts, we're the ones that's listening. And we're not even our emotions, we're the ones experiencing it. So when you start to be mindful of stuff, you know, what do you, say you're being triggered by something and you want to, you know, you don't want to be reactive. What do? What did my mom used to say? Take a breath, take a breath. It's true, take a moment. So it gives you that awareness to step back for a second and be mindful of what is going to come out of you. Now, there's this beautiful story, right? This guy, he's holding a cup of coffee, right? And someone knocks into him and he spills the coffee. Why did he spill the coffee? Audience participation. Why did he spill the coffee? Because someone knocked him. Anyone else? Different response? No? He spilled the coffee because there was coffee in the cup. If there was tea in the cup, he would have spilled the tea. If he spilled water in the cup, if he knocked water, it would have been water. Whatever you're holding, whatever interactions you come into in life is going to come out of you. So the more we fill ourselves up with love, with awareness, with kindness, with gratitude, with it's going to come out. So that guy cuts you off in traffic. How are you going to respond? Because you don't know, maybe, okay, not that it's great that he cut you off, but maybe his friend's had an accident, he's driving, rushed into hospital, it's life or death, he's got it. You could respond. It doesn't matter if you know the story or not, but also choose how you respond. It's like, oh, okay, that guy cut me off. Or you can, whatever. So whatever's inside of you. So we do these mindfulness practices to build up, to fill our cups up with something amazing, something beautiful. So that we're not just people-pleasing, smiling for the sake of smiling, we're genuinely coming from a space of love and joy. So that's what life is about. Trying to be better versions of ourselves in a mindful way, not like better performing, better skilled, but acknowledging the beautiful love and light that we really are, and then sharing that with our community. So the breath work allows us to regulate, calms us down when we might be in a state of anxiousness, fear, but also breathwork can be used to stimulate. Now, most people think that, like I said, it's more of a calming down, but we can do breathwork instead of reaching for the cup of coffee or the stimulant of your description. Feeling sluggish and you've got a train first thing in the morning, or you've got a project, or it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're like, oh, I really shouldn't have coffee number 567, whatever it is. Breathwork, I promise you, it's great. We're going to do both so you can see the difference. And yeah, maybe if at some point this week you want to put it into practice. Listen, I love coffee, don't get me wrong. I know I've said it a few times, I love the coffee, but sometimes you need a bit of extra. Because you know what? We are this beautiful pharmacy that we have access to all the time. You know, it's what we think and what we feel that's creating the stuff around us. That's a whole other workshop, which I'm not going to get into. Anyway, so let's do some breath work. We're going to do something called Nadi Shodha. It's alternate nostril breathing. That's the sort of Sanskrit, yes, definition. So it's like box breathing, where we inhale for a count of 4. We'll be holding for a count of 4. We exhale for a count of 4. We hold for a count of 4. But we are doing it through different nostrils. I'm not going to mirror you. So we will put our, well, you can put your eye mask on if you want to or not, but I'm going to demonstrate first so you have an understanding. We're going to be sitting up. Sorry. We will lie down, I promise. We will lie down. What you can do if you want is you can sit up against the wall or something, or you can even get your another bolster and lift up higher, because that also helps if you have tight back. You can see there's a, you want a bolster? Would you like another bolster?
Oh, if that's okay.
It's definitely okay. So yeah, you need to be comfortable. Just because we're breathing, otherwise I would be like absolutely lie down. So we're going to place, I'm not going to mirror you, we're going to place our peace fingers on our forehead, third eye. You're going to be opening and closing your left nostril with your ring finger, and you're going to be opening and closing your right nostril with your thumb. Okay. What we're going to be doing is we're going to take a breath. Okay. Ring finger, nostril, right thumb, right nostril. So, yeah, like you're pinching your nose. But what we do is we're going to be closing the left nostril and we'll inhale through the right. And then we're going to close the right nostril, hold, and then we're going to exhale through the left. And then we're going to close the left nostril, hold, and then open left, hold, exhale right, hold, inhale right, hold, exhale left. So it's kind of like a triangle. I wanted to say box breathing, but then I think it confuses people. So it's inhale right, hold, exhale left, hold, inhale left, hold, exhale right, hold. I'll talk you through the whole thing, and obviously we'll do it much slower. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay. So we do this alternate nostril breathing to balance our body and balance our breath, because we are not symmetrical beings, right? We have always going to have a stronger side, a more flexible side, a more dominant side, and the same goes with the lungs. And we think usually that we're breathing evenly through both nostrils, but it's very normal to have a more dominant side. So this really is going to help with regulating your breath, finding the balance. And you know, if you've had a cold, if you play sport, if definitely once you've been in the ocean and you might have a bit of sea water in there, it's going to clear it out. And allows us to find another way to find a state of balance. It's always about finding the balance in life, the yin and the yang, right? The day and the night, all the things. Okay. Are the instructions clear? Okay. Left hand down on the lap, up or down, it doesn't matter. Place your peace fingers on your forehead. I'm just going to make sure this is on bleep. There we go. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils. Exhale through the mouth. Close the left nostril. Inhale through the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left. 3, 2, 1. Hold. Close. 3, 2, 1. Inhale left. 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 2, 1. Exhale right. 2, 1. Close. 2, 1. Inhale right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 5, 2, 1. Exhale left. 5, 2, 1. Hold. 5,